A PSA campaign I feel strongly about would be one which encourages everyone to be part of a solution to sexual assault rather than a bystander. We need to teach our youth and attempt to coach adults to autocorrect their language as far as what is acceptable or not when it comes to rape culture. Being a bystander doesn't necessarily mean literally physically standing by and watching something happen. It extends to the complicity of not questioning how a culture that allows rape and sexual assault can be treated so casually. We are all familiar with the term autocorrect, as we rely on it daily within our written communication. A visual example showing severity information would be an actual emailed or text conversation between friends rehashing the previous night's party, but shows the autocorrect that changes the locker room talk to more accurately describe what happened. An example of this would be when texting, "I had to convince her." The word convince would be changed to force, as that is what happened. Susceptibility information reminds us that despite the staggering statistics, sexual violence is still being normalized. If people continue to write it off as a crime of passion or a drunken mistake, rape culture will still exist. As a woman and a victim, my passion lies strongly against the idea that women are solely responsible for preventing their own sexual assault. Although this is finally starting to be openly questioned, we still have a long way to go. A step in the right direction would be to acknowledge that there is a culture that allows abuse to happen. A campaign like this one that demands we recognize the often invisible forms that culture takes will go a long way towards that goal. It should be stated that this campaign is not implying the responsibility is not only on men to save women and end rape culture all on their own. This campaign does need to be real, speaking to the universal us. This takes everyone a full cultural shift in the way we think about and treat women. Words do matter, and the words we use and the perceived meaning inherent to them are in a self-feeding cycle that's difficult to break. If we treat sexual assault casually, we'll perceive it as inconsequential. And if we perceive it that way, we'll never change our language. Not every drunken encounter is rape, but too often consent is written off as being impractical or mood-killing or whatever other excuse is being used to prioritize men's fun over women's safety. This is especially prevalent on college campuses, which makes viewing these corrected conversations, like the example above, so important. All too often, the vague category of party culture causes these conversations to be swept away for being too messy or too vague, or worst of all, not real rape. We have the ability to change that conversation, but only if we, as this campaign would convey, do not ignore the subtext in a way we talk about assault. Rape is not about stupid decisions or frenzied desires. Rape is about power, control, and dominance. By providing examples of these conversations and teaching the autocorrect way of thinking is key to ensuring a healthy and safe culture for many.